approximately 8 p.m. last night, the McCurtain County Sheriff Johnny Tadlock contacted Southern Arkansas University Police Department and notified us that Rusty Hayes and Ashley Mills had located 4 of the 5 horses in a wooded area near Tom, Oklahoma. The horses were transported to a veterinarian to be checked on. Then they were transported back to Southern Arkansas and University and returned to the students. This case is far from complete, as one horse is still missing and the search continues for that horse. We want to get the information out about Credit Card, the 15-year-old gelding sorrel horse. We need to find that horse. Okay? It has been approximately 2 weeks, and we urge anybody with any information to please contact the Southern Arkansas University Police Department at 870-235-4100 with any information. There is limited information that I can give out, of course, because this is an ongoing investigation, and we are seeking successful resolution so that we may have a good prosecution in this case. All right, we do have suspects. I'm not going to go into the details of the suspects at this time, but the case is let Dr. come up and say a few words. If anybody has any questions, we'll take that right after. Okay?
Needless to say, we are very, very excited for the return of these 4 horses. These horses, I'm a horse owner myself. I know what it's like to lose an animal that is close to your heart, and these students work with these horses hours every day, and so we're so excited to see these 4 horses returned. We hope and pray that we'll get the other horse, and we'll get all 5 horses returned. We're proud of our rodeo program here, proud of our leadership that we have for this program, and we're really excited this morning that we've almost gotten all these horses back. So I just say, I'm just very grateful.
Let me put out the information on that horse just one more time. The horse that's missing is named Credit Card. It's a quarter horse, 15 years of age, gelding, sorrel in color, bearing a Rocky V brand on its left front quarter, as well as a K brand on its right hind quarter. Okay, it's very important that we try to locate this horse as soon as possible. So anybody with any information, please give us a call. I'd like to make a special thanks to the McCurtain County Sheriff Johnny Tadlock and his staff. They have put in countless hours in this investigation, assisting our investigators. Robert Burns, who is a reserve officer with us and also an investigator with the prosecuting attorney's office here locally. He has spent countless hours on this investigation, as has Sergeant Donald Gray and myself with the SAU Police Department. We do have a number of other agencies involved. Arkansas State Police Investigator Hayes McWhorter, his supervisor Sergeant Ray Gentry. They have spent countless hours, like I said, on this investigation. We have been in contact with other local, state, county, and federal agencies to get this information out on the horses, and again, so we can have a successful resolution of this case. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes. Rusty and Ashley, of course, who are associated with the rodeo program, found the horses.
Yes.
Were they doing a ground search? What were the circumstances behind people from SAU actually finding the horses?
Well, to my knowledge, there has been an extensive search, both law enforcement and citizens in McCurtain County themselves, as well as various members of the rodeo team that have been searching areas of interest in Arkansas and in Oklahoma to aid in the finding of these horses. So I can't go into the specifics of the location and or the find because that's part of the investigation.
Well, without giving away the location, where were the horses relative to where the trailer and the tack were found? Were they nearby, within yards, miles?
No, it would have been in the same general vicinity.
What kind of real estate are we talking about? Is this
We're
wooded
talking
area?
about
Or?
a wooded area, heavily wooded area. Of course, McCurtain County is a rather large county. This is, horse country, farm country there. If you've ever driven through McCurtain County, there are a lot of wooded areas in that location. Also, a lot of pasture land as well.
Have the horses been in the same spot for almost these 2 weeks now, or was there any information that they've been moved, or?
The we're working on that as part of the investigation. We really don't want to go into too much about where the horses were located, how long they might have been there. There is evidence that they have been moved around several different locations, and that's based off of tips that we had received earlier.
Was there any indication that they've been fed or watered or in any manner taken care of?
I can't get into that right now.
What were the general condition of horses when they were found?
One of the Ty Lester here is going to talk about the conditions of the horse.
When Coach called me last night, he called me about 10:15 and told us to come get the horses. They had them at a vet. He warned me before I left. He said that they're real thin, so they don't look too good. Whenever I got there to pick our horses up, myself and DJ and Hope went. Ashley was already out there as a coach, and we pulled up covered in mud. My horse had been spray painted camouflage. My horse is gray. She's got green and brown and black paint all over it. You can see every rib, every bone. Didn't look like they've been fed or watered in days, several days. Weren't doing too good. But we got them back now. We're happy to have them back. They're on their way back to recovery, bringing them back slow, getting them hydrated. And we'd really like to thank the McCurtain County Sheriff and all of his crew for all the time and effort they put in out there helping us get them back.
So they're all expected to be okay to recover, survive?
We got a vet coming right now, but they should be fine.
You say all the horses were here? They're back here?
4 of the 5 horses.
4?
Yes, sir. Actually, one of them is at a vet in Shreveport, Louisiana. The horse is allergic to hay. He's not doing as good as what they were like, so they went ahead and took him to Dr. Schwartz in Shreveport.
Has there been any communication between the people who took the horses and the owners? Was there ever any attempt at contact made?
We're not going to get into suspect information because that's going to put out too much information, who's talking to who, that would hurt the case. So we're not going to get into that portion. Right now, the horses are back. 4 of the 5 horses. 3 of them did come back last night here to the stables. One, like Mr. Lester said, went down to a vet in Louisiana. Right now, we're still on, the search is on for that other horse. And what we're going to do after that is put all the pieces together and have a successful prosecution in this case.
You mentioned suspects. Are they in custody or are they still person?
No, they're not in custody at this time.
Is there any knowledge or theory as to why these 5 horses were taken? Is there any indication that the horses were targeted or that the owners were somehow being targeted?
Again, I'm not going to get into the motive of the suspects. We do have several theories that is part of the investigation, and that will come out whenever this case is prosecuted.
How close do you feel you are to finding the 5th horse credit card?
Right now, it's like I said, McCurtain County is a large county. Whether the other horse had been led away from that area is still under investigation. Whether it was able to get away is still under investigation. And like I said, the search doesn't stop just because 4 of the horses are here. We still have 1 horse that's out there, and we're going to still dedicate all the resources from our agency. And I know that Sheriff Tadlock over in McCurtain County is still going to dedicate all the resources of his agency to locate that horse.
I've got a couple of questions for Dr. Rankin, if he'd mind. Doctor, I can't remember of an instance in which the university has held a press conference to talk about an on-campus crime. So obviously there is some type of message that the university wants to get out to a broad audience, and I'm wondering what that message is.
Well, this obviously the rodeo program is a nationally ranked rodeo program. It's very large. There's a tremendous amount of interest in this case because of the number of people who follow this program, parents and friends, and so we felt like a press conference was certainly appropriate, and particularly the recovery of these horses. It's something to celebrate and something that a lot of people need to know about and hear about and be grateful for, and it may help us with the recovery of the 5th animal.
Since the theft, I'm sure that there's been some changes have been made in security out here at the stables. Can you go into any of that?
Well, I would just say that obviously that was one of the first things that came to our mind on how to enhance security, because with the large team, with the construction project going on, security is a big issue. But we've already begun to develop some ideas and have already instituted some measures that would improve security, certainly surveillance of various types. I wouldn't want to go into the details, but we're moving ahead with that.
I'm done.
Okay.
Does anybody else have any questions? If not, that concludes the press conference. If you do have any questions, please contact the University Communications Center through Jeremy Langley.
One quick question. Is there a reward?
The reward that was being offered was a $5,000 reward for the successful return of